on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a brand new series for you. We're going to be talking about the top 10 VFX of the month. We're going to be doing this once a month, every month. So the whole basis of this series is going to be, I ask you, show me some of your favorite people that you follow. Show me some of the things that inspire you the most. We're going to review it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what I like about it and what you can learn from it. I can show you countless tutorials, but it's great to be able to show you some real world examples of how people are using these 3D, these editing techniques to be able to create these awesome, beautiful projects. After this episode, this is episode 1, I'm also going to be tossing in a user submission. So click the link down in the description to join my Discord channel. I added a new little submission section there where you guys can post all these videos and you have a chance for it to be reviewed in this series. Let's get right into this. We're going to start off with number 10. The top 10 is no particular order. It's no particular ranking. It's not 10 being the lowest, 1 being the highest. It's just 10 people that I found and I want to show you what each person does. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, so first up on our list is Pixelface. Pixelface's work is an explosion of different creative elements. In my opinion, his greatest strength is being able to mix hand-drawn animations with different After Effects techniques to create these crazy visualizers and music videos that you see here. Extremely creative mind, some very impressive drawing skills. I love the anime influence in the characters. I love all the weird, bizarre aspects he's able to incorporate into things. It gives his work a very unique twist, and you don't stumble across something like this very often. This featured music video that we're showing is Sky Voices featuring XXXTentacion. I love all the different art styles. I love all the different colors and his ability to incorporate his style into that music video format. A link to his work will be down below, as well as everyone else who's next on the list. So let's keep the ball rolling here. Number 9, again, this is completely no order, is going to be RegFX. What I love about RegFX, the use of simulation and particles to create these insane 3D compositions that you're seeing here. And speaking of composition, his knowledge of compositing in these 3D works with real life is very solid. He's able to create these cool augmented reality clips that you're seeing here. You've probably seen one of these clips with these smoke characters, these smoke animals. A lot of them went viral on Instagram, and it goes to show what you can create if you take some of these concepts within 3D softwares like simulations, like particles, and you apply it in a creative way. Awesome stuff. Let's move on to the next one. Coming in at number 8. Number 8, we're going to talk about Cinematic Captures Order 66 Star Wars short film. He's made a few of these really beautiful stuff. I want to talk about this because he's using Unreal Engine to create these, and I think that within the next year, you're going to see a lot more increase of attention going towards Unreal Engine because A, it's free, and B, you're able to create some amazing virtual production things like this. So what I love about these short films is the atmosphere. Dark, gritty, the textures are beautiful. I'll show some behind the scenes that he posted on the screen now, and you're able to see some of what went into creating something like this. He was able to use a VR controller to create a virtual production camera and link that up with Unreal Engine to create these realistic camera movements. That's just one example of some of these virtual production techniques. You're already seeing Hollywood borrow some of these techniques, like using a virtual set in The Mandalorian, and now you're seeing it spread across the indie space. You can always count on Star Wars to start spreading the future technology into the world. So anyways, moving on to our next featured work. All right, guys, next up is a music video editor who goes by Nighttime. You guys have been asking me to talk about some of his stuff for a while. I remember seeing his names in a lot of my DMs. But either way, what I like about his work is he has a good eye for finding appropriate spots in the footage where edits work well. You can always tell when someone puts a lot of time and energy into their work. I appreciate the dedication to detail. I like how he works the edit so it flows all together with the music. And I also really like how he experiments a lot with these effects to create these interesting, unique variations. That's one thing that I try and talk about a lot in my videos. It's not just copy and paste over tutorials. I always recommend you guys take whatever I say or take whatever you know and always build upon it. Always try and create some unique look that stands out from the rest. So shout out to Nighttime. Again, his work will be down below if you want to check it out. Next up on our list is Edward Ov. I'm sure a lot of you probably know who this is because he's pretty big on Instagram. A lot of his things have gotten a lot of different views. I've also made a couple of tutorials talking about things that are very much related to the things he creates. I definitely feel like I'm a fan of the same genre, the same visual look and feel. In my opinion, his greatest strength is his ability to use Adobe After Effects and Cinema 4D tracking system to blend 3D with reality, create these crazy giant masks. A lot of this is even done using Element 3D, no need for any 3D software, just an After Effects plugin. So it really goes to show what you can do if you know the ins and outs of this, if you know how to blend 3D with real life, if you know how to blend those camera settings. Another thing which I notice about his work is his attention to detail. A lot of his work features so many different glitchy elements, a lot going on. He has a lot of experience with motion graphics, with creating different animation, with creating these HUD elements, so he's able to use that experience and really hammer in the details, and that's what can take a project to the next level in my opinion. So shout out to Eberdov, really love his work as well. Next up, we're going to talk about a short 3D animated film. This was created by Ash Thorpe and Xiaolin Zhang. The title of this short film is Awaken Akira. It's an homage to the anime movie from the 80s, Akira, which I'm a huge fan of. One of the most mind-bending and ahead of its time anime films ever, in my opinion. Another one which you guys suggested, which I loved as soon as I saw it. What I love about this is the execution of the homage to the source material. They really paid their respects and they really took a lot of the imagery and completely recreated it within 3D. Super impressive. There's a whole behind the scenes website dedicated to the process of what they did, the passion that went into this project. They also give commentary and break down a lot of the scenes, which can be extremely useful to those of you who are working in Cinema 4D, which is what they use, or any other 3D software and want to create images like this yourself. The lighting, the music, the destruction, the physics that went into it, a lot of it was really beautiful. I think my favorite part was probably the lighting with all of the different pills. I think it's funny that whenever you have a real life interpretation of some sort of anime film, usually it misses the mark. There aren't a lot that really have good reviews, but when you see this 3D rendition of it, just the in-between of those two, where you have the anime, the in real life, and that sweet spot right in the middle, I think there's something really cool about that in-between spot. Let's move on to our next featured artist of the month. Next up on our list is zeszema, creating these awesome 3D projection, transitions, and all this crazy 3D stuff. Eric Andre show. First off, I want to say I love the name. Huge RuneScape fan when I was a kid. What I like about this, the crazy seamless projection mapping transition. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that he created this with Blender, which is amazing free software which anyone can pick up today. So again, following that theme of taking the everyday tools which exist out there, which we talk about in all these tutorials, and using them to create new crazy looking amazing visuals. Aside from that transition, I also love the use of other 3D set pieces and other crazy things such as the realistic Eric Andre 3D model. You can apply all these physics and make him fall from the ceiling. Perfectly matches the Eric Andre style. If you're able to get one of those realistic 3D models of something that matches real world footage, you have a huge freedom to go out and create so many different unique things, blending 3D with real life in this seamless way. So shout out to zeszema. All right guys, next up on our list is oceanworld. I'm not sure how it's exactly pronounced. I've been a big fan of his work for the past couple of years. His name says it all. Everything you see is his world. It's like you've been teleported to this unique, colorful planet filled with nostalgic PS2 and GameCube sounds and art style. There's a multitude of different characters in this world, each with its own unique design and feel. Oceanworld makes 3D music videos, short 3D films. He's even been doing stuff with VR, creating different hangout rooms in VR chat and more, and a bunch of other amazing experimental things. For example, I'm pretty sure he used a software called Vocaloid to give one of his characters characters a computer generated voice, has her own music videos, some of them into the millions of views. Just based on all of the detail, all of the hard work that's gone into this, you can tell he's very passionate. He definitely put his all into bringing the world in his mind into the real world by using 3D. I strongly believe this guy's a step ahead when it comes to the future of how people will express their imagination and creativity. So I'm sure you guys will be seeing a lot more from his work in the future. All right, guys, so next up on our list, this is another one that you guys always ask me, how do you do this? How do you do that? I'm pretty sure their username is pronounced Flags, FLXGS. I'm very impressed by the sheer quality of the visuals that he brings into his videos. Everything looks like it's shot in camera, even if you know it's not. So even if there's clouds floating on somebody's face, if there's some 3D object, he blends it into reality very well. I also love the vibrant style. I love the lights. I love the glow. I also like how he highlights people's faces. Each piece feels like I'm looking at a holographic 3D moving image from the future. I'm also very impressed with his knowledge of After Effects, being able to create different unique elements interacting in the scene, whether it's different glowing emojis, lights, RGB smoke, 3D objects, and more. It feels like an upgraded futuristic style of photography. This just shows how you can incorporate video making techniques with something like a photography portrait style. You don't see it done a lot, and that's why I think it gives Flags this unique twist with his work. And moving on to the last person on this list, again, no particular order. These are all amazing artists. I hope you've been enjoying the video so far. We have BrickSpacer. BrickSpacer is the god of particles. He makes these ultra flashy augmented reality looks that are super fun to watch. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about things like Red Giant, Particular, Trapcode Forum, After Effects Stardust. Some of these plugins that a lot of people know about aren't utilizing in the same way that BrickSpacer is. He's able to create these After Effects generated particles and make some amazing looking flowing patterns, flowing motion in a lot of different ways. Whether it's using emojis in these particle systems, whether it's compositing in these different scenes like this laptop. This is probably one of my favorites by him. Another thing I really like is how he customizes his textures. You don't just have Baby Yoda, you have Baby Yoda with face tattoos. You don't just have statues, you don't just have 3D objects, all these wonderful things with different customized graffiti. So just showing what you can do by opening these texture image files in Photoshop and customizing them, you can breathe a lot of life into something that otherwise might have been stale. The potential to create things like this is buried within all of the tools that you see out there. All you need to do is mix your creativity with them, put in some time, put in some hard work, and you can create some beautiful stuff. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the whole name of the game for this series is about me asking you, what do you guys want to see in this series? So comment it down below. You can also post in my Discord where we have that submission section. Next episode, I'm going to reach out to the people that are selected for this video, and I'm going to try and get a little iPhone interview or something from them to talk about their work. I think that would be cool. Other than that, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting, and I'll see you guys in the next one.